What up guys, it's been getting hella hot in California, and because it's so hot, I thought the heat was gonna affect my deadlifts today. So I wore a tank top just to make sure that that doesn't happen, and good thing it didn't because my deadlifts went really, really well. I was prescribed 6 singles at 535, and based off of last week's exercises at 520, they were feeling a little bit slow, so I was kind of not fully confident if 535 was gonna move well. And based off my first set, it actually moved really well, and I was really happy with that, and I was able to keep that consistency all the way through till my 6th set. And I think even my 6th set might have been my best one, just because I was getting more in the motion, I was getting more warmed up, and I was just feeling more comfortable, and I wasn't as hesitant when I was approaching the bar. So I think I'm in a really good place with my deadlift. Next week it'll be 550, and that should put me on track to pulling 600 at the meet. And I've been really working on hamstring strength for like the last 8 weeks, and I think it shows in my deadlift, and I'm not hitching as much at the top because I'm able to keep my shins a little bit more perpendicular and able to use my glutes a little bit more and keep myself in a good position. A lot of people, I think they wonder, what is the role that it plays in a deadlift? Like, having insanely strong hamstrings isn't gonna make the weights fly up off the floor, but it does put your knee joint and your hip joint in a good position for them to fire. So because of that, I've been working on my hamstrings so I don't have to hitch, and I can maintain good position as I keep pulling. And I really think it's been paying off. So next week when I hit 550 for 6 singles, if I can do that well and all 6 sets are consistent, I think I'm really on track to pulling 600 at the meet without a hitch. And then we moved on to pause squats for 3 seconds. And this is where we start to decrease volume like a motherfucker. So we start off at 315 for 3 seconds, then 365 for 3 seconds, and then 405 for 3 seconds. And this is just to get comfortable in the bottom position. And the reason why we're reducing volume is to really help with recovery now, because we're only about 5 weeks out from the meet. Because of that, we don't need the volume. And what we do need is just practice, 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 and making sure that we keep our exercises very meet specific. After that, we moved on to competition bench press with the same amount of pausing, about 3 seconds. And we did it with commands and everything. We probably should have did the commands on the squats too, just so we get used to it. And we will incorporate that next week. But with the bench, everything felt good too. I did 225, 275, 315, and we cut it off right there. I don't want to have too much volume that's going to affect my actual main bench day, which I will also be hitting 6 doubles actually. So because of that, we're just making sure we get the motor pattern moving really well, turning our bodies into pretty much Smith machines. And then afterwards, we only did 1 set of bent over rows and 1 set of pull-ups. And that's just to get the stimulation in the muscle, and not to really induce hypertrophy or anything, but just to make sure that our muscles don't atrophy because of the insane drop of accessories. So right now, as you can tell, everything is geared strictly for the meet, for powerlifting. It's not really about aesthetics. It's not about building a nice, round, full physique. It's about smashing it on the platform in 5 weeks. And after that, then we can reassess our goals and go from there. So that's it for today's workout. Peace.